Prime Minister Modi appeals to chief ministers to take necessary measures to contain the rise in COVID-19 cases. Political parties intensify election campaign in Assam. Top leaders of political parties address election rallies. No proposal to appoint a regulator for social media, says Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. Border Security Forces Maitri Cycle Rally reaches Silk Law border outpost in Mizoram. And more than 25,000 tourists visit Meghalaya since setup of facilitation center at Umling. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee. Now the story is in details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stressed on the need for taking all measures to check the spread of second peak of coronavirus. He said to control the situation, there is a need for quick and decisive actions. He said in the last 1 week, 70 districts of the country have reported 150% surge in COVID cases. Addressing the meeting held with chief ministers of states and union territories this afternoon, the Prime Minister said, quote, "What we have reached today in the battle of Corona, the confidence that came from it should not be turned into carelessness," unquote. The Prime Minister appealed to the Chief Minister to focus on creating micro-containment zones to control the spread of the virus.
चर्चा हो रही है, लोग उसको उदाहरण के रूप में प्रस्तुत करते हैं। आज भारत में 96% से ज्यादा केसेस रिकवर हो चुके हैं। फैटेलिटी रेट में भी भारत दुनिया के उन देशों की लिस्ट में है जहां ये रेट सबसे कम है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that there is a need to foster a global ecosystem of innovation in view of the challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic. Modi said this while speaking at the International Conference on Disaster Resilient Infrastructure this afternoon. He said COVID-19 pandemic has taught us that in an interdependent and interconnected world, no country, rich or poor, in the east or west, north or south, is immune to the effect of global disasters. He said on one hand, the pandemic has shown us how impacts can quickly spread across the world, and on the other hand, it has shown how the world can come together to fight a common threat.
For disaster resilient infrastructure, or CDRI, is taking place at an unprecedented time. We are witnessing an event that is being termed a once-in-a-100-year disaster. COVID-19 pandemic had taught us that in an interdependent and interconnected world,
In poll-bound Assam, all political parties have intensified their respective election campaign to woo voters. Star campaigners of both BJP and Congress have flocked to the state to give an impetus to their respective parties' campaign. On Wednesday, Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Tomar addressed an election rally at Nolbari. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while addressing a rally at Hojai in central Assam, said NDA government under the stewardship of Prime Minister Modi has given utmost importance for the overall development in northeastern region. For Congress, Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel addressed an election rally at Sonari in Kibahagor district. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has addressed a poll rally at Patsala in Bojali district today. Assam BJP Chief Ranjit Kumar Das has filed nomination papers at Potasarkose. The government has said that there is no proposal to appoint a regulator for social media. In a written reply in the Lok Sabha today, Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said that a total of 9,849 accounts, URLs and web pages have been blocked under the provision of Information Technology Act during the last year. He added that the government blocks unlawful and malicious online content in the interest of sovereignty and integrity of the country. Giving a fillip to the Indo-Bangla friendship, the Maitri Cycle Rally organized by BSF completed its journey and reached today its last stop at Silklore border outpost in Mizoram. Director General of BSF Rakesh Asthana extended greetings to the people of Bangladesh on the occasion of the 101st birth anniversary of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He wished that India and Bangladesh maintain their peaceful relations in the coming days too. A delegation of Border Guard Bangladesh was also present there to mark the program. During the over 2-month cycle rally, 12 BSF riders toured bordering areas of West Bengal, Assam, Tripura, Manipur, Meghalaya and Mizoram. In Manipur, the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh opened Mao Aun 2021, an exclusive exhibition of local products of global standard at Hapta Kangjebung in Imphal today. The exhibition, which will continue till March 22, is being taken part by different government departments, self-help groups and entrepreneurs from across the state. The exhibition is organized in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's popular slogan, Vocal for Local, towards achieving Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India. The Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said that the Prime Minister was quite happy with the state's recent progress in local production. He also instructed the concerned officials to have a detailed analysis on which department is helping which type of self-help groups and what products are being produced. In Nagaland, Deputy Commissioner Tiwensang Kumar Ramnikant has stated that the announcement of the by-election, the vacancy in the 51 Noksan Assembly constituency in Tiwensang district, Nagaland, by the Election Commission of India and in pursuance of the Chief Electoral Officer, Nagaland, all concerned have been informed that the Model Code of Conduct comes into force with immediate effect throughout Tiwensang district. Political parties intending candidates, government departments, establishment and general public are informed to take note of the same and adhere strictly to the Model Code of Conduct and extend cooperation to the district election machinery to ensure peaceful conduct of the said by-election. In Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today informed that a total number of 26,123 tourists have visited the state since the facilitation centre at Umling was set up. Replying to the supplementary question of Congress legislator from West Shillong, Mohendra Rapsang, during the question hour, Chief Minister further informed that the government has not come up with any special program to compensate on the financial losses incurred by the people owning homestays and resorts in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. Continuing with Meghalaya, Education Minister Lakmen Rimboy informed that a total number of 40 Eklavya model residential schools have been sanctioned for the state. Replying to the question raised by Mausanram Congress MLA Himalaya M. Shangpyang during the question hour in the Assembly, Rimboy informed that the authorities which have been selected to execute the construction works for the 40 Eklavya model residential schools in Meghalaya includes 2 by the Engineering Cell of the Education Department, 13 by the Water and Power Consultancy Services Limited and 25 by the Manipur Industrial Development Corporation. India has administered over 3 crore 50 lakh COVID vaccination doses to the beneficiaries in the country so far. Meanwhile, the country's COVID-19 recovery rate reached 96.56% with the total recovery of more than 17,000 patients in the last 24 hours. A total number of 28,903 new cases have been reported in the country in the past 24 hours, taking the cumulative positive cases to over 1 crore 14 lakh. The Health Ministry said 188 deaths have been reported during the last 24 hours, taking the toll to over 1,59,000 across the country. In the COVID update from the northeast, Assam reported 266 active cases, 2,15,127 discharged cases, while the death toll is 1,099. There are 2 active cases in Arunachal Pradesh, followed by 16,783 released cases. The dead account for 56. With 24 active cases, Manipur has reported 28,918 cured cases, while tally for the dead is 373. Meghalaya has 31 active cases, followed by 13,821 released cases. The tally for the dead is 148. In Mizoram, number of active cases is 15, while cured cases stand at 4,417. The number of deaths is 10, reporting 14 active cases. Nagaland has logged 12,120 discharge cases, while the death toll is 91. Sikkim has 44 active cases, followed by 6,012 cured cases. The dead account for 135. Saddled with 11 active cases, Tripura has logged 33,039 released cases, while the tally for the dead remains at 391. For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel DD News Guwahati. And to end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Modi appeals to chief ministers to take necessary measures to contain the rise in COVID-19 cases. Political parties intensify election campaign in Assam. Top leaders of political parties address election rallies. No proposal to appoint a regulator for social media, says Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. Border Security Forces Maitri Cycle Rally reaches Silk Claw border outpost in Mizoram. And more than 25,000 tourists visit Meghalaya since setup of facilitation center at Umling. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India, that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.